Good morning, class. Just wanted to say hello again. Want to apologize, first of all, for not giving you one of these in a couple weeks. Had some issues with my camera on my computer. Then when we went to Ocean City, when we had gone in the past, we had pretty decent internet service. And this week, the week we were down there, we had none. So did want to apologize for the delay in videos. I can tell you a couple things as we're moving forward here. I'm going to do this video because it's going to be a lot easier for me to do all this than type it out. Number one, all grading minus your exercises up to date. I keep your exercise in a different log to track your activity. I keep that on a spreadsheet. Those will be updated here within the next couple weeks into the grade portal. So please be patient with that. It's just something that I found easier for me to do as we go through this. But all your assignments up through the personal plan. The personal plan is not in. That your grades are up to date. Your total points value for this semester so far are 225. Keep in mind we'll have about 100 or so from exercise. You still have your final work which is worth 50 points. You have your your chapter 8 discussion, which is worth 10, and you will still have your food journal, your food analysis, which is 40 points. So keep that in mind. We still have a fair amount of points here coming up towards the end of the semester to prepare you for that. As we look forward, Chapter 8 this week is on, this coming up week is on nutrition. I will be providing a video for that. There are some things in there that I want you to get together so that you're able to do your food analysis in a timely manner. The final will be a written final. As we move forward, it will be something that you can print off, fill out, and then submit as a typical assignment. I cannot give any grace period for the final. It's kind of hard set by the college because we need to have grades in by a certain time so that the registrar's office can process them. There is no discussion this week associated with Chapter 7. There is a discussion board. If you have questions, if you would like to post something on that board, you're more than welcome to do so. But it is not a requirement. Your sole responsibility for your assignment this week is to do create your workout and then do that workout as part of your exercise this week. I do want to touch base a little bit on the quiz grades as well as writing assignment 2. Writing assignment 2 is very, very good for the most part. Some of you did forget a couple things here and there. I did make comments about those. If there was an issue with something, I did try to comment on it and email you. But for the most part, you guys did a great job. It's interesting to see what some of your topics are in. I believe we did have one student win the record with 11 pages typed. Someone very close behind him with 9. So that was good read, and it was a good read too. I don't mind. One thing I do not mind is more work than is required. The quiz grades, though, there was a trend within the quizzes that I did want to address. The question that discussed the zone 1, 65% to 74% of your maximum heart rate. I'm not quite sure where the disconnect came in. I don't know if some of you just didn't read the question well or what. But that was something that was taken directly from the textbook. It was not a that was meant to be a gimme, and a lot of you lost some significant points on that. When you did your maximum heart rate, a majority of you just gave me a majority of the ones who got it wrong or did not get full credit. You just took the 220 minus your age, and that's what you gave me. Well, that's your maximum heart rate, which means that in order for you to reach, that's not a zone. Okay, and for you to reach that means your heart is working at 100% capacity, which is not something that we want to do as individuals. Okay, our hearts cannot take that type of constant work, up in the 190s, 200 range for some of you younger students. You just can't handle that. So the question asked you to find your zone 1. So what you had to do was you had to take 220, subtract your age. That gave you your maximum heart rate. Then what you needed to do was take that maximum heart rate, multiply it by 65, okay, and then round that to the closest, round potentially up to the closest full beat, and then take that same maximum heart rate and multiply it by 0.74. That would give you your range, or your zone 1 workout range. Okay, so a majority of you missed that. The ones that, I'm sorry, when I say a majority, the majority of the ones of you that got that wrong, that's what you missed. And for all of you, that's something you need to make sure that you understand, because you will see a similar question to that on the final. Okay, worded very similarly, different numbers though. So I am going to give you that warning. As far as your writing assignments go, I do believe that all the campuses that you guys are close to have writing centers. I'm going to suggest that, especially for some of you who maybe are coming back to college, are new to the college experience, use the writing center to your advantage. I have going through my doctoral work. I submitted every paper I wrote to the writing center. It does require some planning on your part and some preparation, and to do that, because you need to be able to write it before the due date, submit it to the writing center, and then have them make the corrections to get it back to you. So it does take some planning. But I'm going to suggest, as some of you continue to move on during your work, during your careers here in college, please make sure that you are utilizing the resources that you have available to you, and utilizing the writing center could be vital to some of you guys with your writing. I'm not an English teacher. I'm not going to claim to be an English teacher, but some of you guys, it wouldn't hurt. Okay. All right. So where are we going from here? This coming up week, starting the week of the 17th, we are starting chapter 8. That is nutrition. That will be our last chapter of the of bookwork for the semester. In associated with that, we have your final project, okay, which is a food analysis project. So you should have already, if you have not done so, you should have already completed, or you should be in the process of completing your food journals. 5 consecutive days, you are tracking literally everything you eat, okay? Everything you eat, put in your mouth, eat, drink, whatever, okay? Please do not change your diet for this. It will not help you, okay? I am not grading you on what you eat. I am grading you on your ability to analyze your nutrition, okay? I do not care what you eat. I had a high school student the first year I did this. She broke up with her boyfriend during the week we did this, and she housed an entire pack of double stuffed Oreos. I've had students who have celebrated friends' 21st birthdays during this time period. So like I said, I'm not here to judge. I don't care what you eat. I just need you to be real with yourself and give yourself a good representation of what your nutrition is and what your diet is, so that it's more easily analyzed for yourself, okay? At the end of next week, once that's done, I will post some instructions on how to appropriately use the ChooseMyPlate.gov Super Tracker. If you have not yet gotten into there, you're going to need to log in and create your own login information. Okay, please write it down somewhere so that you know it. Okay, that's important also. Some of you have been emailing me regarding grades. One thing I do want to remind you is, per FERPA, which is a law that protects students for privacy, and per college policy, I am unable to send you grades that are not from emails, or to emails that are not hack provided. So if I reply, so some of you send me emails through D2L, and some of you send me emails directly. As long as they are coming from something from hack, I am able to respond to you. If you send me Gmail, Yahoo, Comcast, whatever it might be out there, I am unable per law to respond to those emails. I'm not saying other professors haven't in the past. I'm just giving you fair warning. If you have a question about a grade, I will not respond to that. I cannot respond to that email unless it comes from Hack, through Hack's website. All right. So, guys, you know what? You're doing a fantastic job with everything. Your discussions are really, really good. I think a lot of you could have a future in exercise physiology, exercise science. If you don't have a major yet, I know that exercise science has a major out of the Harrisburg campus. And I think a lot, you guys are all asking the right questions. You're doing the right things. You're saying the right things. And, if you're struggling to what to potentially do down the road, take a look at exercise science. Because like I said, a lot of you're asking the right questions. You're doing the right things as far as your workouts, your discussions. I know I have not on purposely been in the discussions boards. I read what you write. I just don't respond, because I've found in the past that my commenting or my involvement in the board stifles the ability for the students to talk more. So, you guys are doing a great job. If you're trying to figure out what your grade is right now, I think I said this in the beginning. It's been 11 minutes, so I can't remember. Your grade currently right now is out of 225 points. There are 2 weeks of exercise in for most of you, I believe. But for the most part, 225 points is where you guys are at for the semester. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out via email. Please don't forget my office hours, Thursday morning from 10:45 to 11:15, and Thursday evening from 9 to 9:30 p.m. Proud of you guys. You're doing a great job. I know this is you're here because this is a requirement, but I really do appreciate the effort that you guys are putting forth with this work, and looking forward to the next couple weeks. All right, take care.